Welcome to episode 17. Welcome. This week, as promised, I'm going to show you the removal of the cylinders from the engine, from the R80, step by step, warts and all. Hope you enjoy it. Before I start, I'm going to make sure this is at top dead centre. So let me just find that, which is there. That just means that there's no pressure on the springs. I think that's it. Cool. Can you see that? So, first of all, I got the engine supported here, piece of wood, just because it tends to tip forward when I'm working on it. Right, taking this off is quite simple. There's 4 bolts, these two here, then there's one above and below. Then the cylinder head slides off, followed by the cylinder itself, which will slide off. So, should be relatively easy, we shall see. I will start by removing the rockers. I'll bag them, keep them separate. Obviously, we've got an inlet and exhaust in that way. Keep them labelled up. Obviously, the push rods as well. I'll label those so I know that everything goes back exactly as it came out. That's the plan. Let's start with that. Let's seize those and put a bit of WD-40 on that. And on that. I'll start with these on rocker covers instead then. Okay. Okay. That's the first one off. And the second one. Push rod tube from the inlet, which I need to label. I'm going to label the ends as well. So that's that one, and that's that one. So that's the inlet. It's the rocker end. And that's the exhaust rocker end. Good. So now I'll try and get these I'll show you, quite stubborn. That quite a stubborn bolt. That work? It did indeed. Oops. Okay, you didn't see this on here. Okay, that's the top one, bottom one, cruddy that. Right then, this should just, and it does, slide off. Okay. Okay, so I'll zoom in for this. There's a circlip there, which I'll remove. Just put some cardboard in there to support the cylinder a little bit. And then I'm going to just pull this there you go. Okay then, with my circlip pliers, just need to remove that. And then push that out. That end. That's it. Now I want the cardboard to support that. Quick inspection. That looks alright. But to clean these gaps now. However, these fellas look a bit minging. Okay, quick view of the right hand cylinder. That's the piston. See that small arrow there? Can you see that arrow? That points to the exhaust end of the engine, just so we know when we're reassembling it. A fair bit of build-up of carbon on there, to be fair. Okay, this cylinder itself is in good condition. Pushrod tubes are wrecked. I would suggest they require replacing with new ones. We thought that all along. And they've got clean. And the valve thing, yeah, fair bit of carbon in there, and looks like some oil has got in some point. Anyway, clean up of that, and a general clean up of the whole thing is called for. Jolly good. Right, I better spin that round and do the other one. Okay, that's a 15mm in the top and bottom ones. And the same size on these. That's tight. Oh, wow, they're untight. Actually, they were very different in terms of how well they were tightened up. Very different. Inlet, exhaust. Keep these separate. And there's the push rod. And again, push rod for the exhaust side. And again, I will label these up. Circle it and then push out. You can see on this left-hand cylinder how the O-ring has perished, so that probably explains why there's a bit of oil down that side of the engine. As I said, let's clean these up. So the inside looks good. You see that? And the inside of this left-hand cylinder is quite carbony and oily. So, Right then. Clean-up job required. I will try and clean these up and see how they go. And if I have any success, that's great. And if I don't, plan B required. Well, I've spent a bit of time now trying to clean these heads up. That's as far as I've got with that one. It doesn't look so bad, but there's still a fair bit of carbon in here. This is very stubborn, and this stuff here I can't get into. Compare and contrast with the other one. Yeah, these things are filthy. So what I've decided to do actually then is to abandon this and have them vapor blasted completely. I appreciate I can't send this to be vapor blasted as it is because it's got the valves in it still, so I'm actually going to strip this head down completely, take the valves out, give them an inspection when I'm at it, give them a good clean up, and then I'll be able to take the head as it stands. I think also for the cylinder, that's just a block of metal. I'll just take that as it stands as well, although I probably will have a go at knocking out the pushrod tubes before I take it in. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So I will clean up the piston, I've started a little bit. There you can see how that's got much cleaner, but I'm just going to decarbon that with a bit of WD-40 and one of those. So, valves out is the next thing. Here we go. That's as far as we're going to go this week. Next time I will go through the deep cleaning, vapor blasting type thing on the heads, and also me replacing the pushrod tubes. So tune in next time for that. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, comment please, and subscribe. See you next time.